Go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Jenny Nailing, and I'm a proud member of the Alliance for the Retired Americans. We represent over 240,000 retirees in Illinois, and we are working to protect the retirement security for every American. We believe all Americans deserve to retire with dignity and economic security. The Alliance for the Retired Americans recently released congressional voting records from the second session of Congress in 2012. The Alliance graded every U.S. representative and senator on 10 votes, legislation affecting seniors. Congressman Aaron Schock received a score of 0 on his voting record.
Boo.
And that,
Aaron Schock, boo!
That means that he voted against interests for seniors and retirees on key legislation. Congressman Schock voted for the Paul Ryan plan to privatize Medicare, and he also voted to repeal the Affordable Care Act. And this benefits seniors. Congressman Schock also voted against raising income tax on the wealthiest 2% of Americans. By taking these bad votes, Congressman Schock gambled too freely with the health and the economic security of older Americans. The Alliance is disappointed to see Congressman Schock voted for legislation that favors big corporations and the wealthiest Americans at the expense of retirees. Today we are calling for Congressman Schock to improve his voting record by protecting Social Security benefits. Right now, there is a proposal in Congress that is called Chain CPI. This is the calculation COLA formula for Social Security and veterans benefits. Chain CPI is a technical term, but don't let it fool you. If Congress approves the use of Chain CPI, cuts to your Social Security and veterans benefit checks would be immediate and insufficient. And every year, it would be cuts to retirees and to the veterans. Today, we're going to hear from a veteran and Social Security beneficiary, person that lives in Peoria, that's going to explain to you how the Chain CPI would impact them. Then we will be delivering signed petitions to Congressman Aaron Schock. Now we will hear from Tom Bencher, a veteran and a retiree that lives in Peoria. Tom?
Hey, Tom! Good morning, everyone. My name is Tom Bencher, and I'm a Vietnam veteran. I will be representing veteran causes today. I joined the United States Marine Corps shortly after graduating from high school in 1965. After my enlistment ran out in 1969, I returned to Peoria to begin my civilian life. I hired on at Caterpillar Tractor Company in 1969, was married, helped my wife raise our 3 wonderful children, who have in return given us 11 grandchildren. While employed at Caterpillar, I decided to take advantage of the educational benefits under the GI Bill. Now, some in Washington are pushing a budget proposal that would cut benefits for veterans by about $19 billion over the next 10 years. The Chain CPI proposal would cut the yearly COLA cost for retired and disabled veterans, leaving veterans struggling to keep up with the rising costs of utilities, health care and prescription drugs. The chain CPI assumes that when the cost of something you normally buy goes up, you will substitute a lower cost item. Well, this theory falls short since many older and disabled veterans spend a majority of their money on basic goods like health care and items that rise faster than inflation, and they don't have lower cost substitutions. Disabled veterans will see a greater share of these cuts since they rely on these benefits starting at a younger age and for longer periods of time than those others under the chain CPI. For example, a 30-year-old veteran with severe disabilities would see his or her benefits reduced annually by over $1,400 at age 45. Over $2,300 at age 55, and over $3,200 at age 65. So therefore, we need to stop this, okay?
Good.
And get our veterans what they actually deserve.
That's right.
Yes. Thank you, John. Now we will hear from Nancy Gardner, a retiree on Social Security and beneficiary, and she lives in Peoria also. Thank you, Nancy.
Good morning. My name is Nancy Gardner, and I am a Social Security beneficiary. I'm very concerned about chain CPI proposal in Congress that would cut Social Security benefits for seniors. If you don't know, chain CPI is a dangerous benefit cut, and it cuts more benefits with each passing year. It hits those of us already receiving Social Security immediately. Those of us now on Social Security will lose over $6,000 in over 15 years. I greatly depend on my Social Security check to pay for groceries, gas, and basic needs, which increase in price regularly. But not only does it pay for those regular monthly expenses, it pays my property tax and insurance so I can stay in my own home. It allows me to remain healthy, active, and involved in my community. I don't know about you, but I really can't go without my modern Social Security check. In fact, to keep up with Social Security, today's prices increases, I need a higher COLA, not a lower one. Do you know the latest census data shows that Social Security keeps 14 million seniors out of poverty today, which means every dollar vitally counts to Social Security beneficiaries. Chain CPI is not a simple change without impact. It's a real cut to the benefits we have earned. I hope you're with me today to call on Congressman Aaron Schock to improve his voting record by opposing the chain CPI. And once again, seniors can call him a nice young man. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Now we will be delivering these petitions to Congressman Schock's office. We will need to go through security first. We don't expect the congressman to be here. I am thinking he's not. But we will give the petitions to his staff people. And thanks everyone for coming. And thank you for coming down and joining us in presenting Aaron Schock with the signed petitions for today.